When you know love. As we were talking in a short, secure attachment, people, we're far from boring. Functional adults, far from boring. That's the reason why we build 5D relationships for the people who are wanting to do emotions, okay? And on that note, there's not any of this ubiquitous suffering. Not at IHP. There's plenty of other people who give you that chit chat. I tell you, you can be in your prefrontal cortex. If I did it, you can do it too. I'm a 4'9" woman. There's nothing special about this body. Actually, it's crooked. And my brain, well, I might have this whole thing called telomerase or something like that. Wait, what was it? No, ileals? Nope, I forget. There's a word. Daniel Siegel taught it to me. Alleles. Yeah. Anyways, I'm just going to say I think I have a bigger window of tolerance. And so my emotional plane and my prefrontal cortex is able to stay down. Now, my mystic friends, they say that I'm a star baby. I'm a 5D mystic. I forgot to mention that in our episode today. So, yes, 5D, we know Jesus, all of it, and we know God. And I do respect, though, those who think I'm an evil human being because I do Reiki. And a Reiki master means that I have the energy and I have a relationship, and they say it's not the Holy Spirit. I know what textbooks say. I'm from the present. I want to say the future. I am also from the future, but that's a side note. Okay, so love before the sun runs out. We don't get awakened by our twin flame or flames, by the way. Yes, some are a lot older than others. And it's beautiful when you don't really give a shit about needing to specify the time because, teenagers are the one who say, hey, guess what I am? Hey, 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 I'm a mystic too. I want in. I want to tell you exactly how many years I'm old. So here's what a 5D mystic will not be entertaining. We like to have a relationship with Akash. In fact, the intelligence is way fun for a 3-year-old, a blank canvas. The ones who are like, no, no, how dare they go outside of the rules? She's not following the pirates. So, yeah, that's where I'm a pirate, Pirates of the Caribbean. I love that movie. It's one of my favorite with Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp, right? That's his name. Yes, see, I'm bad with that kind of material. But, anyways, what I was trying to say, as a teenager, I was a lot more of that square. But see, that's because my adolescent brain, it actually organically moved into, oh, look, I'm now 18 or 19. And never say never. The grown-ups were right about that. The grown-ups were wrong about love. I still love more people and not just a teenage boyfriend who, when he broke up with me, I was just so happy. I was like, thank goodness, I've been freed. And so this is why whenever I have any discard, I'm not like, oh my gosh, Maria, you're such a piece of shit. They discarded you. You didn't keep the man. So whenever any woman, man or they, will have said, you don't negotiate, that's why you're single, I'm like, you do realize I love more people, not less, right? What I love is the friends of mine, the ones who are straight in my face, because some they're not. They don't know how to tell me. They think I'm traumatized, which I'm not. But again, subjective opinions. And so this one friend of mine, he will tell me shit in my face. I love that about him. And there's another one that also tells me shit in my face. Others I'm not so sure of, but it's okay because they like to be politically correct. I had to yell to one of my friends, the one friend that I didn't talk to for 5 years. Yeah, I yelled at him. It was at a certain point, and then I said, you know what? I learned another thing from him. No matter how many times I tell people I don't have a fucking sensitive ego, tell me everything to my face, they consistently do these social normal formality things, and I'm like so tired of it. So when I meet authentic people, I really like it because it's just good to know. I told you I don't take it personally. I don't have insecurity. Could you just tell me in my face? Is it that hard for people? Yes. Big man baby child proved that to me when I found out behind my back he's been imitating me. I don't even have an accent the way he does my accent. I'm just saying. And I told him 2 or 3 times, and people are like, why are you taking it personally? So people think that when I make a big deal out of something that I'm taking it personally. I say, no, I'm trying to make a point, which is you have no balls, men, women, or they, to say things in people's faces who are trying to tell you I'm 44. I don't take offense at shit. I like to hear the truth, not political correctness, which sounds like a formal attitude from here because I'm perceiving your body as you're doing stuff. You want to know who else proved to me that they, oh, let's see, teenage boyfriend. That other boyfriend doesn't count, actually. That's a story. It doesn't even, it's not even, I shouldn't say that. He counts. Yes, I forget. Sure. So anyways, I'm going to say the three main boyfriends of my life. Then we got three twin flames, and then we got soulmates. We got soulmates. How many? Well, teenage boyfriend. That the three boyfriends are also soulmates, except for one of them. One that doesn't count as a soulmate. That's a whole other story. Energetically, you'll know all of this. You don't have questions. I don't need a list. Again, Pirates of the Caribbean. Watch it. There's guidelines, and the minute you're a grown woman, man, or they with clairs, you're like, yeah, I got my own relationship. It's called I communicate with the sphere of consciousness. It's really awesome. By the way, neuroscientists, neurobiologists, quantum physicists, you name it, all the sciences people, they're like this with spirituality. 5D mystics, come on over. Enough with the 4D. They're really boring the shit out of a bunch of people, and some of you actually, FYI, you're gonna enjoy your clairs. We have had a very specific event. I knew that. I'm here for the people who want to be mystics with fun. This is time. It's time. Yay, it's exciting. Okay, so yeah, one, no saga with twin flames. They get to choose what they want to do with their life. And believe me, this rabbi says that feminines, we get painful till it. No, rabbi. No. Because you know what you notice? You can walk a donkey to the well, guide them, walk them, repeat a bunch of things that find it hard to believe that my first 3 years of life and any of this attachment trauma information means anything. No, Maria. Humans must suffer. Humans are evil. There's all your misanthropists, and there's no goodness, but there is evil. You know, this is the biggest contradiction ever, is that everybody's like, God doesn't exist, but evil does. I'm like, well, I got taught that that's how it would work when things didn't go the way you wanted them to go. I didn't understand why so many people, teenagers, they're spiting their parents, FYI, and the 3-year-old doesn't see the daylight. I'm not spiting my parent. I thank my parent. I have a twin, and I got to be raised with all of this. And it's like, wow. And so, with that being said, I lost all of the stories I was going to tell you, but it's a good ride for a person who's on a high when you do understand your charges. So you have child charges like I did, and mine I work with easily, because whenever something is presented to me that I don't want, okay, so moving beyond the concept of the one, I will just say this. A divine feminine knows exactly what she's going to get to learn with a divine masculine, and it ain't going to be shit. You know why? I'm breathing. I got 24 hours. You think I'm going to sit here and whine my ass off because somebody doesn't know how to text or write or talk? Excuse me. How old are you? I'm sorry, because my brain isn't conceptualizing the fact that I'm 44 and I see people who go to therapists. I hear about it, actually. They don't want to be vulnerable and they want to talk to me about romance. Okay, so this is the thing. Love button is always on, because why would it not be on? Why would I be unlovable inside here when you don't know how to be lovable outside there? This does make no sense. This is why when I see women laying down and saying, if you're going to come disrupt my peace, I have all the compassion in the world. I'm just tired of hearing whiners about this stuff. It's like men, women, and days. They all seem to not want to go home, take their 1-year-old and say, oh, look, let me go get an app. Let me go get a therapist. Let me go figure out how to be so specific that I will be able to have one human being to share the rest of my life with, so that you can sleep easy instead of doing this. If you come to disrupt my peace, leave me alone. Wow, on screen. Well, I'm sure someone, yes, like the women, come on over, come. Let's learn how to keep one. So that's what women who are not empowered in the Empowered Woman's book will do. And I'm just thinking, men, they tell me I'm not a man, so I'm going to leave that one alone. I'm just going to say, I think I'm a lot more empowering for actual men than the ones that want to tell me I don't understand anything. But I'm going to leave that one alone. I've been directed. I'm going to leave it alone. Yes, I will. Okay, so with that being said, it's fun when you do have a direct relationship with love, because it's not hard. That's because I have secure attachment. This is what it looks like. It doesn't look like a list of 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me spell it out to you every time. How many people have self-doubt? Well, apparently a lot of people don't know how to get out of their teenager fight response, and then they stand around and prance each other. I looked at teenagers. They were all moody. I'm moody. I got taught how not to bring my mood into the room. And I'm like, you know what? You're right. I shouldn't make a big deal. You don't have to regulate my nervous system. I can regulate it for myself. You don't have to tell me I'm not changing. You can walk out that door right now. I don't see what the problem is. There's plenty of air for me to breathe and you for now, and water and what? Food? Yeah, that's it. You're going to be a joyride or not. Two are your options. If you're not my joyride, well, I can do joy all by myself. And when you find out from lovely sex therapists that's all brain, yeah, you know what? I did learn from men how they don't want to do emotions, apparently. And that's too bad. Their inner child's going to miss out a whole bunch. So are they, because, a closed heart is not fun. But that's only for the ones of us who know what an open heart means. So see, when a Pinocchio with wood says, no, no, Stromboli, I love all the money Stromboli given me, everything. And so they keep on doing the gender stereotypes. Yeah, all that's not relationship stuff. So when I see attachment coaches saying to you secure attachment is boring, they don't know what words to use to allow you to understand it's not boring, but it is a journey. So the journey is, do you choose till death do you part, sickness and health, till all of that bullshit stuff? How many of you have heard people telling you that polyamory are unfaithful? Oh, that's a coupling of words that I'm just like, wow, you don't even know what polyamory means. I mean, I didn't, and I knew I was already polyamory as a teen because my boyfriend, he cheated every single year. I was like, okay, look, whatever's going on, I know that there's stuff missing. It's okay. I'm not judging you for it. We talked, we cleared the air, we decided, let's keep. And when people look at me throughout those years thinking that I have not healthy self worth or whatever words people that are gossipers use, which, oh, by the way, I don't care about people gossiping or not, even here, teenagers. We all talk. Technically, when people want to make sense, yeah, we all talk. Because anytime somebody wants to pick at anything you're doing, they're going to say, well, I beg to differ. Let me present you the other coin. So you learn how to be presented by all these 3-year-olds who don't know how to be their authentic self. You didn't say it right, Maria. Did I? I'll try again. No, you know what? What are you, Miss Perfect? You can't do. I didn't say perfect. That didn't come out of my mouth. Okay, so this is again when you know how to just be, do life, and people don't like it. It's because their inner child wants to come out and play. You got a teenager Cusco attitude. I find it hard to believe that there can be happiness within anyone. Fulfillment. We have all the 6 basic emotions. If you want to have a good relationship with relationships and emotions. Now, again, I have secure attachment 1. I have a lot of respect, and I love seeing authentic healing people too. I'm just getting serious right now. I'm going to love teasing any person who wants to tell me they know about emotions and love when they don't, because I'm not going to keep no person on a string. That's just the most boring thing ever, not to mention it's objectifying, not to mention I have attachment trauma informed. So the reality is, it's not even you don't have to do anything in life. You can keep breathing the way you're breathing and eating and all of it. But when I see people, I lived the survival mode. Now I'm out of it. And anytime I'm looking at buzzwords, I'm like, wow, is this another way to motivate people to get into what is their healthy inner and outer well-being? This is what it looks like. And then it's going to be, you're pretending. You're a toxic, positive person because you have all those other emotions. I can explain to you how the brain works. So my smart people, they know how to speak to my face. These are the beautiful up with balls. They have actual cojones men. So they like to talk to my face. I like to talk to their face. And that's why I love my men. So they will know once I've explained something, the smart ones, that I'm not making shit up out of my ass, which is why they don't come back to me with you're making shit up in there. No, this is where we grow mutual respect. That's balls people and vaginas and all of that other crap that people have vaginas, balls. It's not a competition, at least not for empowered gender, non-gender. We love all people. All people can be empowered. Okay, the world isn't perfect. If anybody is not straightforward, again, it's become this teenage land with all these brave hearts. So anyways, my one friend, as we were having fun, I forget what it was we were talking about. He's like, man, I thought you'd become more, there's a word, I forget the word he used, and it was in Italian in the first place, but basically he thought I would become more skeptic about love, like more like it doesn't exist. And, like closed off. Instead, what I was saying was like, you know what, bring it on. I was asking him for advice because he is good at reading some things. And he's one of the men that I would take to the island. Then there's another one. They both are in my list of go-tos. And then I got some women too. And obviously my family and all my loved ones, because otherwise they're going to say, yeah, how dare you not? Some are not in my future life, and they tease me about it. I say, I didn't choose to see what my future brings. It's not my fault. I know who my husband is. I know who those other couples. I still don't know who my kids are. I think I know who my kids are, though. But see, it's because I have a soft spot for some people. So that's where I'm like, we don't know, Maria. You have a soft spot. That's what a divine feminine can tell you is we don't have questions about our relationship with Akash. We don't need people to tell us about our oversoul. In fact, we already spit, spot, pinpoint all of it. It's beautiful. And we know that our twin flames and soulmates, they're going to make it a joyride. In fact, actually, I'm going to say this. The soulmates teach us. The twin flames, they challenge us. And the soulmates are the ones who teach us, which is very much more important. Challenge is good. Teaching, I mean educating. So to close on out, they're equally, all people are beautiful. Remember, solo poly, we have no hierarchy. Do not give us 1, 2, 3s. This is bullshit. You don't look up, you don't look down. Straight. That's what healthy self-worth means. And it's not grandiosity. Open-heartedness, you'll hear it from a tone. If you have the ears to hear who is a Pinocchio, that's with the flesh. If you don't, you won't notice any different. You're just going to want to be a part of a crowd like any other teenager who's out there who doesn't hear the jackasses speaking from their mouth. Because anytime you hear a stereotype or a gender or anything, they're using them out of place. It's out of context. You want to educate yourself, you get a book. You get the resources, the bibliography. Then you're going to see how they allocate that data. They're going to be in academia, not on a podcast, not this. That's how you learn, not from people who are, this is societal stuff. We're doing social chit chat. Okay, so one-to-one mentorship is for personal development, self-help. Academia, it's in school. There's organized boards. You find out who, there's a very specific way that you can organize your own bibliography if you want. And there's a difference between doing personal stuff, even as a professional, versus something that is within the organized institutions, because there's a level of red tape which is involved, which people who are all over that other stuff leave them out. There's red tape because there's a way that you prove quantitative data, and I went to school, which is why I appreciate my good academics. The ones who are not good, they're still good because there's a Zen master who tells you all about laundry in your body so that you can cop out of doing emotions and thoughts and going to good therapy and then accompanying it with personal development. They make it sound fancy. Let's go be executives and leaders. Yes, emotional intelligence, mastery. This is what it looks like. Be an angry Buddhist. I'm not a Buddhist, but it means that you're a restorative embodiment self. You're in your prefrontal cortex. That's why we don't suffer. We don't use our temporal junction when some shit happens. Like, oh, look, I got emotions. It's okay, body. It's good. We're busy today. We're going to go breathe some more and eat some more and support humanity. That's what people who are 5D mystics and collective, we want to support people. And it's in different ways in different arenas. In fact, I love successful entrepreneurs. I'm building a network. If you're a lover of humanity and you want to be somebody who makes a difference, come on over. I'm happy to have chit chats with anyone in a productive way. We don't take people who are misanthropists, meaning you can come on board. I don't want to hear the dislike, the hatred, the limited consciousness. There's plenty of platforms for you to go do that. Here we talk about equanimity, means that I can look at something in the presence of objectivity, in the presence of neutrality, in the presence of unflappability, in the presence of a person who has no chip on their shoulder, as if somewhere something was broken or something happened that was wrong. It's all taken out of context. It's the year 2024. I'm a political science major with a master's in international relations and diplomacy. I know how it works, and I know how history works and sciences, so I'm staying grounded with my feet. I'm not a flat earther. I'm a round earther, and I choose this. This is the part. You get to choose what you're going to hear. And there's 2 other bells, and they're somewhere else. And that's not better or worse. I actually have all the capacity of knowingness of where our spiritual bypassers are going, where our savior complex therapists are going who are not healed, anyone who's a teenage attitude, which is a Cusco, which I'll spot, and then they're jackasses who are the biggest ones of all, but only for eyes that see and ears that hear, not for the ones who say, good boy, good girl, you did good, look, they gave you 14-month-old, there's your teddy bear. He likes the same ice cream you do. She does too. Oh, look, there's the ones who don't. There's the ones who don't like, what is that? In out group? Is that what we're doing? So when I see an out group, I'm like, you're all humans. You realize the earth is round. What are you doing? Why are you wasting time? That's how a brain like mine thinks, is you're wasting time. And then I get redirected. We're collective. It's all good. No need to rush anything. So keep it down, Kali. Come on in, Shiva. Come on in, Krishna Lila. I'm here for IHP. You want to be you? Come on over. You want to love? Come on over. Let's build healthy self worth relationships, because those are the ones that are actually important for the ones who are getting out of their trauma. So I love to see the ones who are healing with good therapists, the ones who are saving their inner child. Again, I'm a feminine. I don't have pain leaving some masculine who's a Pinocchio with a wooden body who's going to fizzle out. No, I actually can't wait for them all to keep on doing. Go seminate your semen and whatever. Do what you're doing. This is ridiculous. Okay, this is what I'm going to say. It's ridiculous. I don't even believe in it. But then again, I see men, therapist men, online with degrees, and they're speaking a speak. And so I need to leave it alone again. So, anyways, when you are empowered, any of that is really just, it's like a siren, but not the ones who grab any of your energy. No, none of that, because that doesn't happen in 5D Mystic Land. Yes, again, there's no energy vampires, dark auras, and when somebody has come near my energy sphere, I've done. That's what I did. And then I was reminded of this person who does pseudo aliveness, who puts on pedestals shamanism. Yes, as they shared mental warfare, and I'm watching, and I'm thinking, I'm a learner here. What's happening? And then I got taught with Ruth Lanius and Bethany about clinical dissociation and what happens when you have a pseudo live person in the room. I can't even do it. I watched it. I was like, no. As they're describing what was a scene in El Dorado, which is that one movie with the two Spaniard people, I think they are. I forget the words. And so I'm like, okay, no, this is not. Now I know why I'm a mystic. I got it. I know exactly. I'm the human translator. I'm letting you all know when you're grounded, secure attachment, functional adult. I'm restorative embodiment self. I'm a person who knows why I'm woo woo. I'm woo woo. I say woo woo out of respect for sciences, but it's not woo woo because of mysticism not being. That's why 5D Collective, come on over. You're gonna have a fun ride over here. If you are it, I know you're gonna hear me. I'm not looking for 4D. 4D, they're all Elsa Journey. Show yourself. I'm dying to meet you. I'm the superhero of my story. This is the super. We don't need to be super. What's your name? What's your name? That's what love is, by the way. You remember letters? I was telling a friend of mine. I love that. I haven't had letters because people aren't serious when they get older. So, as my friend said, I thought you'd get more, like you wouldn't believe in it. I'm like, no, of course not. What are you talking about? Again, polyamory here, not loving less men, more men. And I feel bad for the ones who have this contempt and, disgust and shame thing. That's not fun at all. I hope they get a good therapist. So on that note, women, men, and theys who love, we love always, not just sometimes. We're not afraid of it. It's called, wow, romance. Beautiful. But life partners and people, they need to walk a line and not fizzle out. High risk, nope. Anyone having anything to do with all that dysregulated push-pull, nope. That's a small energy for any empowered woman, man, or they, because it's a piece of consciousness that I'm talking about. It's really nice. If you're interested, come on over again. But serious people means you don't whine about emotions. And I'm serious. I know the people who need the good therapist, the ones who are going to be intrigued, they're going to want to do emotions. Doesn't mean it's going to be easy. It's not easy or hard. Because again, you're 0-1-year-old, FYI, you have charged parts. They're your child charged parts. And we just went through a nice buttload of energies where people got to claim their 0-1-year-old. The ones who do and are tuning in here and are interested, that's where you're at. I know it. And I've been here for a while because I have a twin, and I was already sharing my mother since I was a child with grumpy face. She thinks I hold it against her. I say, no, I don't. I just am serious because I'm thinking, Mom. I'm thinking and I'm feeling, and leave me alone. And she leaves me alone. And on that note, I got lucky. And I hope that you all can join us some more. Like, share, and subscribe. We're getting to our 1K. We're going to have a celebratory episode. I don't know what I'm going to do, but in the meantime, thank you again for stopping by. Have a great one.